How y'all doing? This is important because a lot of you are worrying about the hands and where they are in the golf swing, and this is something I used to get wrong, and I've only recently found the correct move of the hands. The hands are in the swing, but they are minimal. The only time the hands become overactive or moving in a way they shouldn't move is when a good player just saves a bad shot. So the 45 line is here, and your wrists and hands move up and down on that 45 angle. That's it. That's all your hands do in the golf swing. Up there and down on that same line. Now if you take that to the top of your swing and your hands are up here, obviously you've got your turn, but from there your arms and hands come down on that 45 and your wrists must move on the 45 line from there downwards on the 45. They will hinge slightly on that 45 line, up and down, hinging slightly. Notice how there's no flip move there. Look, they hinge up and down on that line, the 45 line. Now when you're on song and you're swinging perfectly, so the only time your hands get really overactive in any swing is when you sense that you've made, a poor move, or you just feel the club isn't where it's supposed to be. So you end up what some people term saving it with your hands, or flipping the hands at the last minute to try and square the face. Now with this swing, the club is always in front of you and it's always on the 45, so you are in control of that face. So as long as you get your blend correct, you won't have any of that excessive hand movement. The only hand movement you've got is the part that I showed you at the start there. This part here, look, that's all your hands do, right? Because you're matching that in with your turn. So you can see how golf gets completely overcomplicated. Folk add stuff in. Folk believe that all this extra movement has to take place, when in reality it's two turns and a swoosh. That's all it is, and you hear all the tour players on tour and such talking about how they were on song and on point, but when they have an off day, the first thing they say is, my hands were too active. I was saving everything with my hands, because they have a degree of feel for where the club is at any given point, and they just have a natural ability to say, whoa, I need to do that to make sure that that's not going to happen. Now that's when they're swinging poorly or their timing's off. They end up having to save it with their hands. So I just wanted to put this out there, that your hands are working in this swing, but I don't want you thinking that there's no hands in the swing, because there is, but your hands and your throw over the shoulder at 45 is what gives you the advantage, because it's the formula with the 90-degree angles that you'll always return to, and you'll always return square on the railway lines, and you're vertically maintaining the club in front of you at all times. If you get the club behind you at any point, stuck behind you, or too far inside you, you will have to flip and overuse your hands to hit the ball, giving you a mechanical huge disadvantage. Because if you think about it, the more you're employing your hands moving in the swing, the more things that can go wrong, and the more you have to actually time the ball, rather than swing up and through at the 45, and that gives you ultimate control and repeatability. Therefore, your whole swing is going to be more reliable. Thanks for watching. Hope you got it.